All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Blade versus Krav. This game actually taking place here on Tyrannus Stan. Krav opening up with the Crypt and Altar of Darkness. Not too much of a surprise. Gonna be training up those acolytes. Well, needs a little bit more. How come he only trained up 4 acolytes? How come he's not training up an? Oh, gonna get that ziggurat up first, and then train up that next acolyte there. Wait for it. Wait for that little bit of gold. And there you have it. Undead build order needing those 3 buildings, but then again, 4 acolytes on the gold mine, and then essentially what would be 2 peasants on the lumber early on until you get full saturation. Back across over here, Blade setting up Altar of Kings, farm, and a barracks already. Pretty much a standard game in this human versus undead matchup. So far, though, there has been a lot of discussion about balance in Warcraft 3. A 4-race real-time strategy game, balance is rather difficult to discuss just because there's so much that goes into the balance of a game. When you're talking about a game and you're talking about play at very high levels, are you talking about is Moon and Happy, they're those players, really strong players, are dominating the competitive scene? Is it because players like Moon plays Night Elf, that Night Elf and or Undead is considered the stronger races, or do players like Moon and Happy naturally choose those particular races since there is an advantage? Such a difficult thing to talk about and tell. I remember going to a StarCraft 2 balance discussion panel years ago with David Kim and Dustin Browder, and they had mentioned that if there is like a 53 to 47% win rate in matchups, they actually consider that to be a fairly well balanced game, and a fairly well balanced matchup. Now, the problem though is trying to look at it using ELO, because ELO already tries to make your fights, a 50-50 win fight to begin with. So the next thing you should really be trying to look at is the number of players, the number of players in a specific area or region or on the ladder that are of a particular race. I don't know if we have access to all of that information for Warcraft 3. I would have thought that would have been some of the additional tools and additional reasons why we were brought into the new version of Battle.net when we were discussing Reforged so many years ago. We are now, 6 months into Reforged, and there are still some tools missing, or that I would really hope that they would add to Warcraft 3 soon. All right. Usually only during veto. I also feel like maps are not talked about enough when we discuss balance. That is true. But then maps are just constantly just being vetoed. I mean, if we were to introduce, you know what? I don't even know anymore, because some of the advantages that maps had in the past, I don't know if they would still hold true. The map that jumps to mind right now is Lost Temple in Human versus Undead. For many years, Lost Temple was considered a human favored map by far. The ease at which you can set up an expansion made it very difficult for undead players to even stop, harass, or do anything to really counteract it. Now, if Lost Temple were to be brought into the map rotation for whatever reason, would it really make that much of a difference, or would humans set up their expansion and undead set up their expansion, and things just end up undead having an expansion now all of a sudden? All right, we're looking at the battle here. Blade coming across, taking that last bit of experience and also picking up the item right there. Mountain King still doing quite a bit of damage at level 3 with that level 2 clap, and this was the perfect counter to the Crypt Lord and his use of, trying to goad wide. Now, you got to remember, though, with this particular strategy, this whole entire go wide strategy, you end up if you do have a lot of low hit point units, if you have AoE magic damage, that ends up becoming very powerful. And that's exactly what this Mountain King is doing. That Mountain King is using Thunderclap, slowing down units, dealing a large amount of damage here. And, well, he will probably need a Blood Mage to follow up. Impale Creepsteel. A lot of super interesting games on Twisted Meadows. Yeah, they were going to add Naga, but the backlash from players at BlizzCon changed their mind. Personally, I think it would have been cool to have a 5th race. Yeah, a 5th race would have been rather, well, balance is already seems difficult enough with a 4-race matchup. Let's not try to bite off more than we can chew, as the Beetles here are looking to get in some more damage as well. All right, Beetles, the harassment potential is just so high. Abolish magic coming in from Blade with those Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and they're going to, well, force all of Krov's Carrion Beetles to burrow as they now retreat back out again. Let's take a look. We are setting up a Krov with an expansion off over here. What is the timing here? Necropolis currently still being upgraded. So what that means is, unless there's a Necropolis here, which there is, Krov can now finally saturate this gold mine here. But let's be honest, Blizzard would have screwed it up. We still have Moon 5th race. Yeah. Let's move right along. Cryptlord coming back across, going to go ahead and clear up all of these units here in just a moment. Renegade Wizard also going to get taken down. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 on that Cryptlord, gonna make him very difficult to take out, getting up to 1150 hit points already. If he picks up, come on, pick up the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. There you go. 1150 hit points already sitting at level 4 with level 2 Impale. Units on the move here. Acolyte's gonna go ahead and start just fully saturating here, as Krov is, well, known for some unorthodox strategies. Maybe not on this channel, as, well, Cryptlord looking to clear up all of these Kobold Taskmasters. All right, yes, he was on fire. No spoilers, please. I still have not gotten to watch all of the WGL VODs. You know, my work schedule and my real life obligations getting in, well, take priority. I will not say get in the way. Take priority over all of my followings in Warcraft 3. All right. At least give, what, 72 hours for live events, or at least 24 hours. Right, or 48 hours for anyone who hasn't been able to watch, especially an event such as WGL, where players are playing from around the world and sometimes cannot catch the games live. Sorry, but how are you on Twitch now and did not watch that finished? Well, this is my normal streaming time. Anyways, items being dropped off here. All right, Cryptlord on the move back off to the north. Arcane Tower, Scout Towers getting set up, and it looks like Blade will be able to set up his expansion. Yeah, Metaphysics, one of my only mods, so he is helping me right now, making sure that, well, to control all of that. Anyways, Carrion Beetles coming in to swarm around and gonna be able to take down the Goblin Shredder here. Nicely done. Oh, Peasants are now trying to come back to repair. Staff of Teleportation bringing the Mountain King home. The Goblin Shredder almost taken out, but does force the Mountain King to retreat back as the Cryptlord now gets closer and closer to level 5. Cryptlord about to end up being lost here. We are, well, no, sorry, well, dropping an item. What is it going to be? Maybe the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 does have a Potion of Invulnerability. Some very powerful items indeed, as we are looking at a solo Cryptlord looking to finish off the last of this Assassin Creep Camp. Death Knight now going to be joining in on the fight. All right, because I literally can't enjoy. All right, coming back across here, Mountain King going to go ahead and engage. Mountain King picking up a potion of greater healing, as we see a large army of footmen, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, and Forest Troll Berserkers. Units are still making their rounds out. Cryptlord sitting here at level 4, gonna go ahead and finish off all of the Murlocs here pretty easily. Meanwhile, back down off to the south here, Death Knight now using Gargoyles to clear out some difficult creep camps, will be able to get, or should be able to get, to level 2 right here and now. All right, Krov on the move. What is he going to do? Does he have dual slaughterhouses? No, triple crypts. No slaughterhouses, so it is not going to be any sort of necromancer play. coming back around. Force Troll, Shadow Priest, Mountain King looking to get up to level 5. Are we getting up to a keep already? Yes, we are. There it is, the Paladin as the second hero, as we're going into double Griffin Aviary, triple Griffin Aviary by Blade. Alright, interesting choice so far. Also, the fact that the Crypt Lord is in the battle means that the Death Knight is going to be a significantly less on experience, and he does really need to back off now in order to give that Death Knight closer or quicker access to level 3. In the same way though, but by the Crypt Lord being here, everything is slightly faster to clear out the creep camps, and perhaps that is what Krav is considering. Krav wants to clear out these creep camps quickly and then make his way out and then try and put in a little bit of pressure. Death Knight now going to be showing up to the party. Very low hit point units. Are they just going to get easily taken down? There goes a footman. 1 footman down. 2 footmen down. Easy experience. Mountain King already, well, just caught in a tough spot as he now throws in a giant thunderclap. All right, more damage coming back across. There's an impale once more. Damage coming back through. Mountain King going to be able to get in another thunderclap. There was a storm bolt right there as the Paladin could be in trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as the Death Knight gets up to level 3. Paladin now sitting at level 1, and a bad, well, Mountain King getting taken down as well. Krav absolutely destroying so many of these units so quickly now, as the Mountain King will get resurrected back at 500 hit points. Well, Crypt Lord didn't have the necessary experience or necessary mana to impale, to follow up with a Death Knight to Death Coil to finish off that Mountain King, as the Mountain King most likely just going to be hiding, well, not hiding, he's actually making his rounds out, going towards the Haunted Goldmine. Acolyte could actually attack back that Mountain King and hope to, well, disrupt all of that healing. It looked like the Acolyte wanted to do that, well, eating up a level 3 storm or level 2 Storm Bolt instead. Quad tower sitting outside the expansion here, going to make it extremely difficult to put in any pressure, as the Lich and now an army of ghouls going to be joining in on the fight. All right, 62 supply over 70. I would have thought, well, in comes a Roar. Death Knight now, well, leading this massive army inside this location here. Death Knight could be in trouble. Ghouls are just wandering around on the inside again, as the guard towers could end up getting taken down. For some reason, Staff of Teleportation coming back in. Mountain King, is it going to try to get off a Thunderclap? There it goes. Death Knight could end up getting taken down here, down to 173 hit points. In comes a couple of Dragonhawk Riders, as the Shackles are going to shut down those gargoyles in place. Ghouls trying to finish off all of the guard towers here, but that is pretty much trying to win out the battle here. A major investment. There goes the Paladin, as the Lich could be in trouble as well. Death Knight is down, and the Death Knight could get taken down as well, as it doesn't have that much mana either. All right, Damage Sponge trying to absorb up everything. Mountain King sitting at level 5, almost at level 6. A little bit of a sloppy but exciting play here, as units, well, not diving in, getting killed, but still being able to stay alive temporarily, as the Crypt Lord is back in play. All right, large number of Dragonhawk Riders, and there, I don't foresee any number of gargoyles being able to easily take on all of these Dragonhawk Riders, as they would be able to shackle so many of the gargoyles and take them down before they even got there. He pays me $100 for every replay. No, I don't. No, he gets to choose what replays he wants to watch, I guess. And that's the benefit, right? Death Knight now slipping on inside. The Death Knight now slipping on side. Well, right, gonna go ahead and pick up some items here. Yeah, I really, I don't know if. I remember when StarCraft 2 and like the height of YouTube on StarCraft, or StarCraft on YouTube was there. A lot of views. That was a lot of fun. But anyone who said that, like, yeah, you have over 50 million views, that was that was mainly done all during StarCraft 2. And I had invested also a lot of money into sponsoring tournaments and things of that nature for StarCraft 2 back in the day. So I've given back to the community as much as I can as well. So this now is all a gift, just casting out of love and a great RTS. coming back around here. We are seeing a large number of scout towers being placed down by Blade here. There are beetles all in position here, and all of these guard towers are just going to end up translating into rubble here, unless there are many of those guard towers. Well, peasants getting taken down as well, as we're looking at peasant after peasant just falling. It is going to give a little bit more experience, but I don't think the Lich will be able to get to level 2 since we see so many additional heroes here. All right, scout towers will get taken down. 74 supply going up against 61. Krav going to be in a little bit of a tough spot. There goes a massive thunderclap dealing damage as we now see Crypt Fiends trying to counteract all of these units that are in the air. All right, Crypt Lord in trouble here. Lich could get taken down fast as well. There goes another Death Coil trying to save that Lich, but still not going to be enough as Blade able to finish off so many of these units again. Death Knight now looking to back up. Where are the Griffins going now? Dragonhawk Riders every which way as we're looking at 52 supply compared to 68. Mountain King says, you know what, even though I'm winning this fight, I don't like where this fight is going. Let me go ahead and Scroll of Town Portal out of here. My 2-1 upgraded units should be more than enough, especially after I heal them again. Mountain King gonna back away, pick up a Clarity Potion and a Scroll of Regeneration. No, Ivory Tower first, really? Okay, Ivory Towers first. No Scroll of Regeneration. I would have thought Scroll of Regeneration would have been useful across all of these units here. But now that I look at the army, they actually haven't taken that much damage. 75 supply. More Griffins will be added, as we're looking at a 2-base human versus a 2-base undead. Dragonhawks plus Griffins. Again, by the way, interesting. Yep. Crypt Fiends are upgraded 3-0. Death Knight is in play. Lich does have that Orb of Corruption. If you can web down enough units, that will work out very well, as Krav now doing a tech switch into Temple of the Damned and a Slaughterhouse. All right, Blade also setting up an expansion over here to the top right-hand side of the map. We still have plenty of mining to go at the natural expansions. 53 over 70 supply, while Krav actually stuck in low upkeep hell, not having quite a large army, but still paying the same taxes as Blade. All right, making their way back off to the top left here. Carry on Beetles, starting to put in pressure. Hey, New, how you doing? Units, well, what is this army doing? 2-1 upgrades coming in from all of the air units. Are we going into any additional upgrades? I don't see the blacksmith. There it is, but no extra upgrades yet. All right. Krav is actually going into 3-1 upgrades now, so these Crypt Fiends will be able to absorb quite a bit of damage. I don't see any transition into Knights, and Blade, if he over-invests into a single type of unit that is countered by Crypt Fiends, he will end up regretting it. Level 6 on the Mountain King though, so we do have access to level 3 Thunderclap. A couple of Thunderclaps onto those Crypt Fiends who are going to be in position could end up getting taken down very, very fast as well. Gargoyles on the move, and Krav, I guess, unsummoning or canceling his tech switch as well, no longer going for the Slaughterhouse, double downing into now Gargoyles instead. Gargoyle Crypt Fiends being used to try and counter this massive air unit coming in from Blade. So far, I have been following since 2013, saw your name quite often lately, so was just curious. Okay, got it. All right, my name's coming up often? Really? Well, thank you to everyone who is talking about me, I guess. Hopefully all good things. All right, Blade's gonna go ahead and, well, hide behind all of these guard towers in the back. Oh, my name. All right. Okay, well, yeah, Metaphysics has been helping me find games. He's been very neutral in terms of all this. Mountain King now going to be coming across, looking to perhaps set up a Thunderclap here. There's that Thunderclap, that slow clap that you hear at a golf tournament, as all of those Crypt Fiends are still trying to push and put down pressure. No Obsidian Statue for the heal, and that's really what you need to try and counteract that AoE damage here. Let's take a look at this. Low hit point Crypt Fiend absorbing a lot of that damage, now being forced to back away as the Flying Machines and Scroll of Protection coming back across. All right, units trying to dive on in. A couple of quick webs. Scroll of Healing being used again. Death Knight, a lot of shackles in the air, shutting down all the gargoyles. There's an impale, but only hitting one knight, as the Paladin now using Divine Shield. Another Thunderclap being used again. Lich trying to focus down more of those units. units, perhaps getting into a couple of quick Frost Novas into the air. 67 supply compared to 73. Blade, both sides losing units, but Krav losing them faster as only a couple of Crypt Fiends are left. We are getting up to a Crypt Lord sitting at level 6, using that, well, Locust Swarm to try and finish off more of those units. Beetles are getting taken down. Death Knight could be in trouble, down to 200, well, Potion of Healing used temporarily to try and save, but a Stormbolt finishes him off, and Krav gives the GG. All right. Here I am talking about how humans have a difficult time facing undead, and I cast 2 games where undead, where humans just beat the undead without much of an issue. So all of a sudden, yeah, going in for gargoyles, dragon hawk riders, flying machines, it seems like is the answer to undead now air units? But Mountain King with that Thunderclap, massive Thunderclaps, making it difficult for the Crypt Fiends to really get into play. Also, Krav not having Obsidian statues there to be able to prolong the fight had a big impact. That sudden burst of damage, giving a slight advantage to human, even at the start of the battle. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.